FlowFitOnline.com, proud sponsors of Crown Green Bowls on BT Sport. Welcome to Blackpool and the world-famous Waterloo Hotel, where top-class Crown Green Bowls has been played here since 1907, and it's been on our TV screens since the 1980s. This programme will bring you coverage from the final major event of the 2016 season, with the FlowFit Champion of Champions event, where 32 players who have won major events around the country all come together for a feisty finale of world-class Crown Green Bowls. It's always a pretty special atmosphere at the Waterloo, and never more so when we have all the best bowlers in the country going head-to-head in a fantastic day of Crown Green Bowls, and a tournament that dates back to 1974. Before we get the action underway, we spoke to John Crowther, Chief Executive of the British Crown Green Bowls Association.
Fantastic competition. It's been won by all the greats. We've got people like Noel Burrows, who won, I think it was 78 and 80, still going strong, still winning, still a gentleman, still my hero because he's about my age and still bowling a fantastic standard. A great admirer of people like him who've kept up their form for so many years. But today, what I call the true champion of champions, we started with 32 winners, and the cream of the cream is here today. So whoever wins will be a very, very worthy winner. I'm backed up by a lot of people who work hard. The competition organisers, the county secretaries, the open competition organisers, they provide me with the names of the winners. It's been a bit fraught this year, with Gary Ellis winning, I'm not sure it's 6 competitions he's won, but it's all worked out well. And as I say, it's a fantastic day, and so far, thankfully, the rain has kept off. So I'm really enjoying. The green is fantastic. Obviously, I'm going to say a big thank you to Simon Parsonage and his FlowFit company, who not only sponsored the All Britain in Wales earlier in the year, are sponsoring today, and with the BCGBA, and hopefully bowlers, wherever they are, either here or at home, are very grateful to Simon and his company for their continued sponsorship.
And just a word on it being televised as well. How important is it that you're back on TV for the game of bowls?
Yeah, it's very, very important. I think it's shown by the attendance here on Wednesday, the last day of the Waterloo. I've been coming quite a few years now, and I think that was the best crowd that were in here. And I think certainly TV coverage has obviously encouraged people to come along. In fact, I heard a tale about one gentleman from the Blackburn area who got on to me, and I put him on to someone in North Lancs, and I believe the North Lancs have been in touch with him because he's been bitten by the bug just by watching it. So it is a big influence, and to get it on is a great boost for our great sport. Our well-known commercial officer, Mel Evans MBE, as many of you will know, Mel unfortunately is suffering ill health at the moment. We do wish him well. A fantastic gentleman, deservedly gained the MBE for his services to Crown Green Bowls over many years. So we're very, very grateful to Mel. And then we look forward, I enjoy every minute of it, but as you say, I'll be looking forward very soon to the next year's diary, who plays who in the Senior County Championship, the Junior County Championship, and that'll keep you busy throughout the winter.
Simon Parsonage, the Chief Executive and the main sponsor of FlowFit. We're getting ready for the final of the 2016 Champion of Champions tournament. You must be delighted how it's gone and to be involved in it once again.
Yeah, we're absolutely delighted once again to be involved. Great crowds. There's been some great bowling today. It's going to be a great final. We're really pleased to be here once again involved, and we're also very pleased that the BCGBA want us involved. So thank you to them.
And this particular tournament brings everybody from all around the country, from all parts of the game and British Crown Green geography, and that is key, isn't it? You're giving everybody an opportunity to play at the Waterloo Hotel.
Absolutely. This competition starts at grassroots in all different counties, whether it be in competitions or county merits, whether it be in the Isle of Man or down in the suburbs of Shropshire, if you like, and across to North Midlands. So yeah, it goes the length and breadth of the central part of the country. So Yeah.
And when you see crowds like this attending, you know, it must make you feel good.
Oh, it's only good for the game. I mean, this probably the last few days, I haven't seen crowds like this at the game. I mean, the buzz that's around the game now with TV involved and so forth is great. I mean, you guys know that the figures have been quite good in the past. They'll be good again, and the game is definitely on the rise. And we're pleased that you're involved as well with us.
And so from the top 32 Crown Green bowlers that qualified for this competition, we're now down to the final four. Gary Ellis and Matt Gilmore going in the first semi-final. This programme will bring you all the action from the second semi-final. Jimmy Hynes versus Glyn Cookson. But first of all, we're just going to catch up on how Jimmy Hynes managed to qualify through from that quarter-final against Simon Cooke.
Crowd just having a little chat between themselves in the background, thinking, can they see one of the fancied players for the tournament come back from a very, very big deficit to claw himself into the semi-final of this flow-fit Champion of Champions here at the Waterloo Hotel in Blackpool.
Has decided to go thumb into that corner. Very, very tricky mark. Very easy to miss the road. Needs to reach. Needs to run this ball. Needs to run another yard or so, and it's a good one. Not so bad where the jack is.
See whether Jimmy doesn't fall short, which he did with his first ball on the last end.
I think the pace is reasonable here. Misses that ball, it's a good one. Oh, it's trickling on and on. I think it's gone out. That's done very bad, that ball. Seemed to find a lot of running in that last yard.
Well, he just needs a 2 foot on his front ball, and he has a real good one. And he's got a 2 foot on his front ball, and that will count.
Yeah, that's a good ball there.
Very good ball from Simon Cowpe, who is clawing himself back in the game. Jimmy Hynes knows it's an important stage for him. Can he produce one to take it within sight of victory? He's definitely reached.
Certainly reached. I was going to say it's too far, if anything. Certainly reached too far out the back. Is it another brace?
Well, if it is, he's on a run of twos. And he's right in the game. If it's two here, 17-18, even if it's only one, he's clawed himself back from what looked to be an exit for him in the middle stages of the game. Still looking. Jimmy thinks it's only one, and Simon agrees.
Simon agrees.
So Count keeps hold of the jack. 16-18 for the man leading out, Simon Count, the George Masters winner and the North Lanxham Filed Merit winner, and the winner of a host of tournaments this season, and the previous champion in this particular tournament as well. But he goes a little bit further into the corner.
Deep into the corner now. Again, thumb peg. Right into the apex of the corner. Line's good. All about pace. I think he's played a real ball here. This is a real one, by the way.
Now he is finding it. He is finding the rhythm, and he's full credit to him. He's stuck in. He wasn't having the best of times, but now he's beginning to test what the resolve Jimmy Hynes has.
Just underneath. Won't peg uphill. Decent ball though.
Yeah, decent second, as you say. Simon, ball in hand. Counts two here. He's level.
Well, it's a little bit lower than his first, further as well, but he may sit on Jimmy's ball.
That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to bend it in.
Just missed it.
Well, is Jimmy any good at striking?
Yeah, he's not bad. I think he'll reach at it. Well, he play a couple of yards over, try and sit that ball out or run the jack through. A lot of options.
Yet to deliver it, composing himself on the mat. Going 60 yards, and he has struck. It's a long strike, but here it goes. He's watching it, still watching it, still watching it. Oh, watch it all the way past. 1
inches off.
Yeah, 1 to count. Game on, as they say. 21 up wins the game. Simon Cowpe is closer now than he's ever been in this particular game against Jimmy Hynes in the quarter-final.
I think he was one end from being out. If Jimmy had got 19 or 20, I couldn't see Simon coming back. But all of a sudden, he's found that extra gear that all these top players have, and he's just motored back into the game. He's 2 ends from home, same as Jimmy now. 4 good balls, and he's in the semi-final of the 2016 Flow Fit Champion of Champions. On thumb peg, back into the southwest corner, difficult mark. If he's roaded, it's a good one. If he's roaded, it's a real one, by the way. Nothing wrong with this ball.
The crowd backers are in good voice for the first time really in the game, and Jimmy just hits his hands together, thinks he's played too far. Simon Cowp now really is pressurising Jimmy Hynes, and he could be going in front after this next end. He lies 1 on, second ball's about to come. Not a very good first ball from his opponent.
Well, same again from Simon, and all of a sudden Jimmy's in a pile of trouble. You wouldn't have thought that 20 minutes ago. Who's to far with this? Missed that ball. Oh, he would have nearly knocked him in.
Could be off the green with it now.
I think it is.
So, will he play striking again?
Well, he might as well. He may as well. He's a good striker. He only just missed at the last end by an inch or so. Going for gold.
It's a long way for hit. But here he goes, launches it, watches. Wasn't far off last time, still looking at it.
Watching it. Got it! Oh, hell of a ball!
What a hit from Jimmy Hynes. The crowd erupts here at the Waterloo Hotel in Blackpool, and he could have just really put himself very close now to the semi-final. Simon Cowp was counting 1. It wasn't a very good second ball from Cowp. It allowed Hynes a chance to strike 60 yards the distance, and bang, he hit the jackpot.
Wow, what a strike that is. With a little less pace, he would have stayed on and made 2, but you beggars can't be choosers at this late stage. Every egg of birds and all that business. Jimmy Hynes, what a strike. Simon will be kicking himself though, should have made another. Should have been late 2, so Jimmy couldn't have done that, but he's going back to the part of the green he's had so much success on. Thumb peg, bias to the crown.
Do for me, Andy.
Wants to run a bit.
Yeah, it has. It stopped very quickly. Perhaps that little run in the green that was on earlier is just going out of it a little bit like the morning conditions what the players had to contend with as the temperature changes here in Blackpool at the Waterloo Hotel.
And Simon's turned over. He's gone finger peg, but it needs to run. It can't win. Cannot win short. 2 yards short, and the crowd were weeing it, they're woeing it. They want this underdog to win.
Well, he needs a better ball, and I'm not sure he's got one.
Well, if he hits his own, it's better now.
Oh dear, game on. He's made one real good one out of a bad one.
Eli's game.
Simon Cowp needs one
Eli's game.
Save the game. He looks to be far back for me.
Needs to miss that ball.
Listen at the crowd.
2! Wow, what a win! Jimmy Hynes, the biggest win of your career so far. Great performance from the underdog.
So now on to the semi-final with Jimmy Hynes up against runner-up in this competition back in 1997, nearly 20 years ago, Glyn Cookson from Cheshire.
So here we go, getting ready then for our second semi-final of the 2016 Flow Fit Champion of Champions. Jimmy Hynes, wearing number 24, taking to the green in red, will be up against Glyn Cookson, who will be wearing blue and wearing number 28 on his back. And Jimmy Hynes, shake of the hand with the referee. Cookson appearing on the green last. He's been made to wait by Jimmy Hynes as the big shake of hands. And we're getting ready to get ourselves underway. The toss has been made and Cookson's won the toss. He will lead out in the semi-final of this particular tournament. what a game we have in prospect. Jimmy Hynes, the underdog throughout his last game, the underdog in this game, but full of confidence from what he's just done, beating Simon Cowp in the quarter-final.
Well, it certainly doesn't get any easier, does it? Jimmy, you know, you've seen off Simon Cowp, one of the big favourites for the event. You've now got Glyn Cookson, who's a man who's won everything on this green, who's second favourite for the event. But Jimmy playing full of confidence, he won't worry too much about it all.
The interesting
get
thing,
on with it.
Yeah, the interesting thing, I just had a word with Cookson before he went on, and what he said was he feels as though he's just finally getting into the zone, and you'll know what that means. You know, it takes a bit to get yourself going, but now he feels really totally focused. It could be his day. Well,
it could. He's certainly playing well enough to win. He's seen off Greg Smith, who is arguably the best current game in the player in the game. And if he keeps the form up that he's showing, he'll win comfortably.
Cookson leading out with the first end, trying to get the first score on the card. Not quite sure that Jimmy has reached, but it's 2. So Cookson will take full advantage of 2 short balls from Jimmy Hynes. He will want to get off to a good start. Glyn Cookson, he was speaking about the Waterloo handicap that he reached the closing stages of, where he felt he was always on catch-up, always trying to get up to his opponent. In the end it cost him, because he did play some good balls and he was in tip-top form, but that early start didn't do him any good. Now it's a straight 21 game. He has a lot longer of a match to play, but he will want a good start.
Yeah, it's critical really. You don't want to be chasing the game. It puts you under immense pressure. You just don't play at your best abilities if you're playing catch up. So he'll be wanting to get as many chalks as he can on the board before Jimmy does.
And the thing is, Cookson's gone straight into what he's renowned for, being a top-class corner player. But throughout the day, as we've seen, he can also adjust and play the shorter lengths, which he did to dispose of Greg Smith. But his more natural game is to play the corners, and he's gone to that straight away and has led a good ball. But Jimmy Hynes looks as though if he's reached, he's going to pick that first ball.
Well, I think this is a mistake that a lot of people make when they play Jimmy. Very small in stature, very slight, and people think he can't play the corners. But believe me, he can reach as well as anybody. And I think if Glyn's going to win this game, I think he should play short personally. Take him around the green, take him on a tour of the green playing short.
Yeah, we'll wait and see whether the corner play from Glyn Cookson changes as the game develops, but he's finding himself conceding his first point on the scorecard in the semi-finals. Jimmy Hynes will try to get the 2 back. He's reached, but he might just drift away and just only count 1. The British Parks Merit champion, who has come through unnoticed to reach this last 4 stage. 1, he signals to the scorecard marker. Jimmy Hynes, of course, looking to win his biggest ever prize in the game. Nothing better than winning one of these prestigious titles that they play here at the Waterloo Hotel. Down he goes, both right-handed players wearing red. Likes to have a little rub of his hands after he's delivered the ball, Jimmy. A little bit set back. Won't be as though none of the players now don't know the way around the green. They've had quite a few games on it. They know exactly where everything is, the pace of the green, everything that is happening on the green. They're used to the big crowd, and their aim is to get over this game and be in the final.
Yeah, you'd think the nerves are under control now, and all they just have to do is play the game. And Glyn's led a decent ball. Jimmy played 2 balls, 4 feet off, not good enough at this stage. Cookson will expect to make another double. And he has. Can't fail this ball, don't worry about that. Makes another all day long.
4 scored, 2 doubles for Cookson, leads 4-1.
Be a quick game if he keeps scoring in 2s.
Well, throughout the day of our commentary games, we haven't really had a quick fire game. They've all been fairly demanding in terms of lengths, you know, anything from 40 to 50 minutes long. but you never know, it can quickly change. Quite a few twos on the board, and you're soon near 21.
Well, sometimes you see it in this game, it's a case of after the Lord Mayor's show, you have a brilliant game against a top player, and you go on the next game and you just can't do anything right. It all falls apart. Let's hope that's not the case with Jimmy. It's very early days yet.
Yeah, he hasn't had a lot of time to think about his success over Simon Camp. That could work in his favour. Crowd showed their appreciation when he won the game. He's down with his right arm, thumb peg. If he doesn't go past the jack and stays on the green, it'll win. But
goes off.
Picks up speed towards the edge of the green and into the gutter. Right in front of the packed crowd on the terrace side of the green of Waterloo pub. Good view for everybody as Cookson plays a better line this time. A little bit short, but he's testing Jimmy out because he's got to be perfect with the length. And he's given it a little bit more air.
He has, and if he's a similar length he'll be okay, but I think he's took the running off. He was worried about sending it off again, but it was only because he was tight that it went off. That's another 2. 6 in 3 ends, that's the way to score.
And Jimmy slapped his right thigh, I can tell you. Not happy with his control of the ball there. Let himself down. Cookson getting ready to deliver the ball down here to this west side into the north end corner of the green, keeping it fairly away from the edge of the green, knowing that if he placed it to the edge, anything past it would be into the gutter. So Cookson probably putting the jack exactly where he wants it. Right arm, right down the line, thumb peg, great lead.
Not too shabby this ball. Finish at the most 5 inch away from the jack. Jimmy's got it all on to get in this end.
3-2 for Cookson. The scoreline reads favourably for the man from mid-Cheshire, one of the greats of the game, no doubt about that, who will want to win this tournament, put his name on it, been in the final long time ago, but has enjoyed another top season, winning tournaments all around the country, and he loves playing here at the Waterloo Hotel. Now if he's reached, he's on the line for 2, but it might just be giving up. Might have just stolen one. Makes Jimmy think and ask.
Wants to know, referee's going on to tell him. Another yard would have been perfect. It's made 2, so that's okay. He'll be happy with that, Will Glynn. Be happy with that. Looks tight to me. Looks very tight. Should just peg away. I'm not even sure it's going to save. It's not going to save.
No, it's farther away than his first. Surely 2 more to number 28, Glenn Cookson. No danger for me.
Well, I think Glynn's confident it's another 2. Jimmy's going to measure more in hope than expectation, I feel.
Yeah, he's still studying it, but I don't think that other one's got a chance now. He's decided to take that one out, but I actually think where we're sitting in our commentary position, the other one is further away than the one he's taken out. So Cookson looking to make it 4-2s on the run to lead 8-1. Now it would take an almighty job for Jimmy to come back, giving him a 7 lead. Cookson.
Yeah, 2 it is.
He hasn't been able to stop the run of doubles.
That's the trouble. If you hemorrhage doubles, the game ends very quickly. Got to stem the flow somehow. Got to stop these 2s.
Off he goes into the corner, putting it in a good area. Knows exactly what to do. Get one somewhere near, don't go past the jack. Giving it a slap of the hands there, and he's actually condemned it.
Might hit the jack and stop it though. Needed it full. If it had hit it full, it would have been a brilliant ball, but
he knew exactly what had happened.
He knew as soon as he sent it. So Jimmy, you can't lose a 2 at this end, that's for sure.
Well, that'll make him feel a little bit better, although his first ball isn't what he would have liked. Surely Cookson will get one a lot closer than Jimmy Hynes' first ball.
Oh, you'd like to think so. He is inside it.
Yeah.
It's never going to be a toucher.
Jimmy Hynes is able to play the corners. He should be getting in here.
Looks tight to me. He's really dragged that narrow. May not win. Pegs anymore, doesn't. Well, he's got away with it there.
And he hasn't been able to carry on from where he left off.
No.
Unfortunately, Jimmy Hynes against Simon Kaup. Kaup, the 2014 champion, the 2012 runner-up, out at the quarter-final stage to the British Parks Merit winner. But at the moment, as we see another view of the Blackpool Tower, it's Glenn Cookson feeling very good with his early part of this semi-final game.
I just hope Simon Kaup isn't watching this game. He'll be wondering if this is the same player that he's played. Because at the minute, Jimmy's just not got it together at all.
Cookson up the line, but yard and a half short. Forcing Jimmy though to try and reach, to try and find his rhythm and length.
Played a better ball here. Good ball now.
Yeah. Crowd shout, crowd support it. Cookson will know he can do better than what he did with his first ball though.
Yeah, he's a little bit narrower, but it's all on his pace. If the pace is right, he'll hold. Oh, has he won off it?
Yeah.
I think he's won off it.
Lovely little kiss. Has a little dance to himself, has a little clap. Thinks I'm a little bit fortunate, but everyone counts. And he will be looking to reach double figures with this one. Jimmy Hynes.
A little bit tighter than he needs to be. Should peg away now. Just watch the bias take over. Pegged out at the last.
Cookson acknowledges he had a little bit of lady luck to get that one, but they all count. And he's up to 10-1 in front.
FlowFitOnline.com, proud sponsors of Crown Green Bowls on BT Sport.
10-1, halfway there almost. Glenn will be very happy to be in this position. Jimmy will be wondering what he's got to do to change it. He's an experienced player, maybe not at this level, but he's played a lot of games.
My eyes serve me right, Andy. 1997 you have to go back for Cookson. One appearance in the final was then, when he lost to Andy Petford 21-17. So
I remember it well.
It's a long time ago, and if he can plonk this one on his CV, well, he can more or less say he's done the lot.
Glyn beat me in the semi-finals that day, 21-17.
Wow. Well, he's down now. Lovely delivery, likes to get him out and into the corners. Cheshire County player for many, many years, been at the top for well over 35 years. Winner of big events, close to home and away from home. Now, a little bit of an opportunity for Jimmy Hynes to get all to the jack, but he's not happy with his delivery, doesn't think it's reached.
He's not there. Not there, short. Can't win short. Tried to correct his first ball, and well, he'd been better just playing the same ball and hoping he'd got it out bad or something, but needs to be taking those chances.
Yeah, he's definitely letting Cookson run the game, not putting any pressure on him. Glenn knows that he isn't having to play particularly well, and that might just work in his favour, because if he does reach the final, whoever he may be playing will be one of the stars of the show as well, so he wouldn't want a real testing semi-final game. It'd be nice just to cruise through.
Yeah, I'm sure Nice quick game. Get yourself off, cup of tea and a biscuit. Sit down and just relax for 20 minutes. That'll be lovely.
Send the wife Linda to look after him. There's no problem with that, will he?
Yeah.
She'll be on waitress duty.
She'll give him a rub down or something.
Anyway, he hasn't led well here, and he knows that. But he is entitled sometimes to waver a little bit.
Well, it just changed the mark a little bit because of somebody playing in that area of the green. And Jimmy's replied with a good ball. At the most a foot off. Now Glyn, where have you put this? I don't think this will peg all that. It'll try, but it won't ever make it all the way back. It's trying, but it's short as well.
Done its best, made a decent second ball. That's the one thing that he'll hope will stop Jimmy counting 2. We'll wait and see. Jimmy's on the line. Run hard, says the crowd. Good track.
Must be 2.
Cookson moves 1. 2.
2 to Jimmy.
Lead off the crowd for Jimmy. He finds himself 3-11 down. 9 ends completed of this semi-final of the Flowfit Champion of Champions, and both semi-finals are coming out from the same area of the green.
In the same direction.
As our referee moves out to the centre of the green to keep an eye on both of the games.
Synchronised bowling.
Yeah, just in shot there was Gary Ellis in the other semi-final, of course, up against Matt Gilmore.
Good lead, Jimmy. Good lead. Surprised he's not gone across to the east stand where he played so well against Simon Cowpe. He spent a lot of his game playing over that way, but changed it. Gone to the south stand where all the punters are stood on the terracing, casting their critical eye over the games. They love it. They love it here. This is their day.
That's right, and it's great to see the crowds back at the Crown Green bowling events. This is organised, of course, by British Crown Green Bowling Association. All the champions throughout the season have been here today. 4 of them left. Cookson tried to draw it on a length, but I think he just set it a little bit.
Yeah, just gone out.
Too far back. So Jimmy Hynes has just been able to hold on to the jack for a couple of ends.
I just give him a little bit of hope. 4-11. Feels an awful long way back at this stage. But if he can score a few 2s like Glyn did, he'll catch up fairly quick. But it's where to go to get the 2s. Glyn's an incredibly experienced competitor and knows how to minimise dropping chalks. Very rare he plays a wrong ball, very rare he leaves balls short. Playing finger peg, where they've just come from. Not so bad, he'll peg a lot now, peg a lot, might just go a foot past the jack.
Yeah, just getting himself livened up a little bit, Jimmy. Been very, very disappointed how he kicked off the game. Got Cookson a little bit shorter here as well.
Now then, Jimmy, bit of a chance. Just plonk one on top of the jack and put some pressure on Glyn. He needs to miss that ball, makes one now.
Cookson will still view it as a chance to get in.
Just got to graze the inside of his own ball on the finger peg. On a length, it'll do it all. But he needs to reach, needs to run for me. Needs to run. Not sure. Stop very quick.
I think it's definitely one for Jimmy Hynes. One behind the jack, looks to be closest. He's actually weighing it up for 2.
I'm not so sure. I think they're looking for first ball.
Oh yeah, you might be right now. He's moved that one out of the way. Jimmy fancies his. He's not even looking. He's asking Glyn to make a decision. Glyn says, we'll have the official measures on the green. A bit of a conversation. What do they talk about when they're having a little chat? Anything?
Not really. You just talk about the game generally. about the things that are happening, and you know, didn't I have bad luck 3 ends ago and that sort of thing, and how lucky are you? Cookson's in, slack band on the measure.
Yeah, he's got it. Jimmy fancied his own. You were right, Andy. And Cookson breaks the little sequence of score for Jimmy Hynes, and he leads 12-4 in this semi-final.
Heading off out towards the heavy pub corner. Thumb peg, bias to the ditch. It'll just swing a couple of yards from the hand. Don't want to be too wide or else it runs straight. Needs to be just inside that ball. It's just a little bit too wide, but it's not so bad.
No, he went down here a few ends ago and made a bit of a mess of it, but Jimmy hasn't found it particularly good either for his weight and line.
I think this is a better road. He needs a length. Can't get there. That's the problem. Twizzles the ball out when he sends it. It's a very, very strange way of getting a ball out, but he's done it well as long as I've known him bowling.
Good ball.
No point changing it when it works for you.
No, terrific second ball. Crowd appreciate that one. Nice 2 again.
Too wide is this from the hand. It can't ever get back.
Yeah, for me, Cookson now really in control.
Yeah.
14-4 in front. You know, that's a 10 start against a man who knows his way around the Waterloo. And he will be thinking, it'll be me who loses it, not Jimmy who wins it.
It's a valiant effort from Jimmy today, though. He would have come here with very little expectations, but he's come through some tough games, beat some good players, beat Tommy Johnson and Simon Cowp, beat the Welsh Merit winner Graham Bennett. No mugs, these people.
No, he will remember whatever happens at the end of this game. He will remember his appearance in the 2016 Champion of Champions, no doubt about that. And he deserves all his applause that he's had from the crowd as well for his efforts today. Good lead from Cookson's, 55 yards down in the corner, playing one by the side of the jack.
Yeah, he's really relentless when he gets going in the corners. You know you've got to play well to beat him anyway, but let him get going in the corners and you've got a whole host of trouble.
Right up the line, unfortunately for Jimmy, but as we've seen before, Cookson can play a little bit outside it. If he gets the length, it does just come in on the peg, but he might be just drifted too far down to count 2.
Too far underneath and a little bit too far as well. Jimmy's a lot tighter, all on his pace. If he needs to be overplayed to hold that line, he's got to peg somewhere. Got to peg somewhere, can't hold that line forever. Yeah, another one. 15-4.
A quick game this one at the moment in prospect in this semi-final. Cookson having all his own way, exactly how he would have wanted it when he entered the green for the semi-final. Wouldn't want to be pressurised, want to feel confident and composed and get himself into the final. And that's where he's heading at the moment.
Not changing the mark, still playing this difficult thumb peg mark. Just playing along the top of a ridge, hitting, going into the corner. Anything outside of it runs straight, anything inside of it pulls tight away, and he's roaded this to perfection. Just needs a length. Anywhere near a length, it's a real ball. Great ball. Nothing wrong with that.
No, he's finding a hard mark now, but he's finding his balls to go with it. The area early in the stages of the game was open for Jimmy to get in, but he couldn't do it, couldn't get hold of the chances that were given to him. And now Cookson is really turning the screw.
Yeah, Jimmy's roaded with that ball, but just too far, and it drifts. And here's Glynn's ball, needs a length. If it's a length, it's okay, but I think he's just going to drift out to the left. May have got another, hard to tell from the comms position.
Well, Jimmy's just going to probably ask because he's going to bowl. I thought he might have weighed up whether he needed to strike, but he's decided to bowl, and Has he reached?
That's the question. If it needs to run, can't get there. Gonna pull up short. Good road. Maybe 2. I think it is 2.
Cookson loops around the end. Definitely 1. Jimmy strides back. Takes a longer distance at viewing who's in. Oh, Jimmy's just gone that far back. He's just collided with Gary Ellis in the other semi-finals Jack. Good job it wasn't the ball. Crowd enjoyed that one, made them smile. Measure at the far end of the green. Cookson looking for 2 to go 17-4 up. There's no mercy in the game, Andy. When you're on top and in form and going along well, you just don't take your foot off the pedal.
Absolutely not. You never win a game at 15, 16, 17. It's 21 the game, and until you get 21 you keep the foot on the gas, or in this case the foot on the jugular.
Fans go up 2 to Cookson, 17-4. Only played 14 ends, so that tells you how many doubles he's got, and that has been a real difference in this game.
Yeah, you can't win games by giving away all these 2s, unfortunately.
Same place, not taking any other route with his jack. Glyn Cookson looks to be playing 1 as well.
Yeah.
Got his rhythm now, got his length, finding the road, perfect.
Good ball. Really good ball. Not just as deep as the last few ends, but it doesn't need to be if you're playing balls like that. Jimmy's just reaching at this, trying to open the end up. Not going to do it, just to back.
Cookson will be coming in for another one close to his first to make it 2 more with 1 ball to play from Jimmy Hynes. Up he comes again. Road is well. A little bit further, but will count.
Nothing up with the ball behind the end. Any contact on the jack might be useful. Can't afford to be short, can't Jimmy? Can't afford to be short.
Well, he isn't short. And if he doesn't hit anything, I think it leaves 2.
Yeah.
2 more to Cookson, 19-4. He's 2 points away from the final of the Champion of Champions for 2016, and it looks as though it's finally, unfortunately, hit home for Jimmy Hynes. Taken a lot out of him with the games that he's played today against some top-class competitors. 1 game too far for him in this semi-final, but he will remember his day.
Of course, this is the difference between the top players. The consistency. Jimmy's shown that he's got the ability to beat anyone, but you need to keep it up game after game after game, and that's what that Cookson's been doing for 30 plus years.
Well, great ball. Might have just drifted past the jack here. Oh, well, it might even be still going. Yeah, it's gone further than he thought, but it is a tricky part there. It does run once you go past the jack, and I think it's been a little bit of a worry to Jimmy Hynes where Glyn's been placing the jack. He's been losing his land going down in that corner as well as his length, but this time he might have a length, but he stuck it wide. It doesn't peg in.
What surprised me though is all the times they've gone in that corner, he's never changed peg and tried the other way in. Just try and waste the ball even, but learn from it. Just see what it's like the other way. It can't be as hard as this one.
Well, this might just win it, or might not. It's not a very good end, and Jimmy Hynes has probably got another opportunity to make a little run with the jack from how far they're away. Anyway, he's heading down, needs a clear run. Should just be enough, but then again it's picked up slow. Cookson definitely 1 away from that one, so that doesn't count. Now he has a loop round and sees the miles off, and he gets 1.
Wow.
Well, I think that was the big chance for Jimmy Hynes to just stay and prolong his agony, but not when he didn't beat those particular 2 balls from Glyn. And as we approach the half an hour mark, one of the quickest games that we've brought commentary on here to do the Champion of Champions tournament. Cookson leads 24.
Yeah, one more required from Glyn to see him in the final of the 2016 Champion of Champions. And what a ball this is for game. That'll look even closer from the mat. It's not very far away, maybe 10 inches.
Well,
real good ball.
He's certainly found his rhythm up here, hasn't he, this particular end of the green.
He has. He's played it really, really well. Got away with a few going in the other direction, but these leads will certainly keep the draft out on a cold night.
Cookson then on the verge of reaching the final, where he will play either Gary Ellis or Matt Gilmore. But Cookson's game looks to be almost over. Jimmy Hynes stands on the footer. He's got 2 crackers to beat. Cookson's just sending him now with ease.
Yeah, it's exhibition stuff. Just finishing him off with 2 really good balls. But he's given Jimmy a target here. It's something to reach at.
Well, you've just got a great view of those balls of Cookson's that lies up for game. Jimmy hits something. He has hit something.
Needs to hit that on that. Takes it out. Just a little bit too close. Great ball from Jimmy.
Oh, Cookson can't believe it. He thought it was all over. Jimmy's got a smile on his face. Well, full credit to him. He's playing with great sportsmanship. Hasn't let the game affect him in terms of that, because he's a long, long way away. But Jimmy Hynes collects a 2 on the card. And Cookson has to wait a little bit longer before he goes into the final. Hynes 6, Cookson 20.
I suppose all Jimmy's trying to do now is make the score look a little bit respectable. Try and get double figures if he can. But he's got it all on just to do that. But what a ball that was. It might give him a bit of confidence and a bit of hope, I don't know. Not a bad lead. Trying an edge. What can Glyn do? What's his response? He's roaded, I tell you. Length required. Just gone out, I think. Just gone out. Now then, any further, Jimmy? Can you pass your own? Can you pass your own ball? Well, may have made another.
Would he fancy just trying to hit both of those balls?
Well, yeah, I think it's worth a strike at that. I think it's worth a...
They're both sitting next to each other. Yeah. It's a bit like a planted snooker, isn't it?
That's right.
Hits one and the other one goes as well.
Well worth chucking one at it, I think. Even if it's 2, I don't think it matters. I
think because of where they are and how they lie, if he hits one, he gets rid of the other one.
I think when you're all but 6 up, you can afford to be a little bit blasé.
Well, he's just asked somebody in the crowd to go and have a look. He's signalled 1 down. Cookson's going to take that as red. He hasn't gone to look at it himself. Jimmy Hynes steps off the green, waits for Cookson to bowl. He's playing the dead weight ball by the looks of it.
Well, Glyn, have you took any pace off? No. I think it'd have been better smacking them. Very, very difficult to play a dead ball. A bit of a clap ball, really.
Well, Jimmy hasn't said that he was 1. It was one in the crowd that said he was only 1. So now he's taking the 1 out. He's having a close look to see whether he can get another 2 on his scorecard. Looks a little bit closer. Calls for the measure. Down the 2 measures go. Waiting to see the outcome of verdict. Not touching there. 1. And the man in the crowd is exactly right. In Cookson's favour, it was only 1 down. And Jimmy Hynes will lead the jack out again, and he is going down the edge with an area that is very, very interesting, because they do curl off down this particular side of the green if you get narrow.
Yeah, you're just playing up to a hill in this corner, a little raised ridge that goes around this corner, and they run off it. You can see it now turning quite dramatically. Good lead there. Needs a few more of them. Another 13 of those would be very nice, I think.
Well, would be of all comebacks.
In the vicinity. If Jimmy doesn't beat that ball, Glyn's got a free shot on, and I don't think he is going to beat that ball. Looking at this, it's not going to come down all that.
Is it a turn the peg job here?
I think he's just got to strike on the round peg. It doesn't really matter. He's got a free shot.
Striking, looking to take the ball out to win the game. Has he got it? Game over.
Great ball, Glyn Cookson.
What a hit from Glyn Cookson, who marches on into the final, taking out Jimmy Hynes' ball, and Cookson through 21-7 with a one-way traffic victory.
Very, very good performance from Glyn, very professional, plenty of twos, plenty of pressure on Jimmy. Couldn't really repeat the form he showed in the previous round with Simon Cowt, but he'll be pleased with how well he's done today. But Glyn Cookson rolling back the years and looking forward to his first final appearance since 97, sorry. All those twos, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 twos, and that's what wins your games. Glyn Cookson in the final of the 2016 Floor Fit Champion of Champions.
So a very solid victory for Glyn Cookson there, and he progresses through to the final, looking to get his name on this trophy for the first time in his career. He was runner-up in 1997. He faces, though, the man who has really dominated Crown Green Bowls this season, Gary Ellis from Greater Manchester, who's won this event back in 2004 and 2011, and is looking to cap off what has been a wonderful season with a unique hat-trick of this prestigious event. That match will be up in our next programme. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.